everyone. Welcome to Sack & Co. I am your host, Melissa Paul. Today we are focusing on teenagers, and for many of them, prom is on their mind. Some might be riding to prom in a limo or maybe even a fancy ride of their own. Either way, though, the road can get distracting, especially for our teen adults. So here to highlight the problem that distracted driving has become is UC Davis Children's Hospital pediatric surgery nurse practitioner, the lovely Robin. Robin, so great to have you back here on the show.
Thank you.
And, you know, distracted driving, it is a very real problem on our roadways.
Yes. We know that it's the #1 cause of teen injury and death in the United States.
Wow.
And at UC Davis, just in the last year, we saw over 300 young drivers who came in for injuries after these preventable crashes.
Okay, so, and I like the fact that you're saying preventable crashes. These
Right.
are things that we can stop.
Not an accident, definitely preventable.
Okay, so what kind of distractions are leading to these crashes?
Well, when we talk to our trauma patients after they've come in, what they last remember before it happened, a lot of them talk about they were eating food, they either turned around and talked to their passenger, they were checking their phone, changing the music, anything that was distracting them.
Okay, and we hear a lot about texting and driving. We know that that's an issue.
Right.
But we can't ignore the fact that there are other distractions. You know, like trying to put makeup on, you said eating, just the socialization and having somebody in the car with you. You know, there's a lot happening, especially when you're a young adult riding in a car. The conversation, the interaction, anything that takes your eyes off of the road is an issue.
Right.
And that's something that we all need to keep in mind. And so it's obvious that distracted driving is incredibly dangerous.
No, definitely. Anything that takes your hands or your eyes off the road really, puts you at risk for losing control of the car. Mm-hmm. And we often think that we're the best drivers or that our cars are super safe. Mm-hmm. But we know what happens if you lose control of the car, even just for a second.
Mm-hmm. And I know that we're focusing a lot on teens. This is something, though, that adults still need to take into consideration and be serious about as well. I mean, I know as a parent, it's very easy to be distracted when you have children in the back shouting and yelling at you. Somebody needs your attention. You turn around just for a moment, which you can't.
Right.
Right. That's distracted driving in itself. But in regards to the teens, though, how many accidents would you say are a result of distracted driving? Because I know that you're saying that you treat a lot of teens for injuries.
We know that distracted driving is very common, as well as inexperienced because they are young drivers. But we also know that reckless driving can be an issue. So them not wearing their seatbelts, speeding, things like that.
Yeah, the speed tends to be an issue too. I know sometimes at a young age, the thrill, the adrenaline rush.
We think it's never going to happen to us.
Exactly. Like, oh, I got it under control. I'm good. No, it's not even worth the risk at all.
Right.
Right there. Okay. So as adults, though, because let's face it, it's hard to reach teens, right? How do we as parents make sure that our children are taking this seriously and that our teenagers are driving safe on the road?
Well, I think #1, we have to be a really good example. Children are always watching, even at a young age. And so why should they listen to you if you're also driving distracted and using your phone or doing different things while you're driving? We also have to talk to them and just really make sure they know that it's a big responsibility to drive and that it's really important to not be distracted when you drive. And the last thing is, parents really need to take our provisional laws that we have in place in California very seriously and help enforce those.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about those laws.
Right, so it applies to young drivers who are less than 18, and it's during their first year of driving. Basically, they're not allowed to drive between 11 and 5 a.m. on their own without supervision. And also, they're not allowed to have passengers who are less than 20 years of age without a supervision, too. That's basically an adult who's over the age of 25. So with prom coming up, that's very important, who's driving.
And how are you getting there, which we'll be covering a little bit later on in the show, having somebody else drive you, but in a fun, stylish way. So that's to come. But also UC Davis, though, you're doing some things as well to address this issue.
Right. We have our Coles Care prevention program that basically offers free education to schools in the Sacramento area to really educate teens about distracted driving.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. And any other advice you'd give to parents right now when it comes to teenagers in distracted driving, how we can connect with our teens?
I think, again, just really the importance of setting a good example, following the laws, and really talking to them about it, making sure that you care and that it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. And as mentioned, parents being that role model, being that great example, mom of two daughters, and like I said, having them in the back constantly talking, conversing, needing your attention while you're driving. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to that if you have a younger adult, especially too in the car, who's paying attention to how you are handling those distracted situations.
Exactly.
Just putting it on hold, keeping your phone down, make sure it's on silent, have it on the I'm driving mode. Yeah, out of reach. So many things that we all need to keep in mind. Thank you. And where can our viewers go for more information?
So our UC Davis website, childrens.ucdavis.edu, will have resources there to talk more about it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thanks for having us.
Yes. Okay, everyone, as mentioned, you know what? We were talking about how to get prom safely. We will be having more on that in just a bit. But first, though, we got to make sure that we are looking good, right? So we want our teens safe on the road, but we also want them learning how to save money. And prom, the big dance that can get really expensive. See how the Sacramento Library is trying to fix that. We'll be right back.
This segment paid for by UC Davis Children's Hospital.